Hello again, Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Mixed Media Frenzy. And this is a group of girls that all use mixed media, and we're going to play with this sketch or scrap lift today. Now, I know how I could have achieved that splatter effect, but I got a glass top desk and slamming a paint dauber down it's not an option. I'm afraid it's not an option. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Brutus Monroe aqua pigments, and I have the light pink, and I'm mixing them all with the blue frost. You can't really even tell that it's just got a light blue tint to it, but it just makes it really, really shimmery. I also am going to be using the teal, light green, and the heather, which is the purple. Now, I do just if you notice, I go ahead and do a line of the blue frost and then the color that I'm using and kind of add some water and just let it run. So it's kind of, it's like a big blob with little legs coming off of it in all different areas. And I shake my page and I then grab my paintbrush and, make some splatty bits around. And this is a process. So between each one, I do let it dry because I don't want all of the color to move. But by adding the blue frost in there, you will see when I cut back to it how shiny and beautiful it is. I am going to be scrapbooking a picture of my fiance's daughter, and that was her homecoming again. So we're going to do a fun, pretty, shimmery, shiny layout for her homecoming. And yeah, just doing some more splatty bits. Now see how it's shiny, like it's all pink. It's being like washed out there because that is all shimmery, shiny, fabulous goodness. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to do the same thing with the blue color. Add the line of the shimmery and then the blue, and I'm going to let it run like by itself for just a minute. And then I do start adding color, but I have noticed with the aqua pigments, the more water you add, the color starts to fade, so it's not as bright and vibrant. But I do mix it in there, and then I'm going to do splatty bits just the same way. And that is how I pretty much do all colors, and I use the 4 colors for the, I use 5 colors, but one is a white shimmery. And I'm just going to let it run. Some places I like to have it open, and then others I'm just adding a little bit of water to make it move just a little bit more. The pink is completely dry, so it's not moving anymore either. Which, that could have been dangerous. Because once I've tried to do that before, and then it just gets crazy. So since that one started to run real far down, I want to make sure that I get other little legs over there. Kind of reminds me of coral, like in the ocean coral. All right, so we are going, and I just keep coming back with the picture to make sure I like where I've got the color going. So now we've got the blue dry as well, and I'm going to come in with some of the green. Now this one is not going to be as big because this is just that little bitty offset down at the bottom on the scrap lift. So we're just going to do a little block down there. And I do fill it in, then I'm going to put some splatty bits around that area as well. This was a lot of fun. I need to really play more with my aqua pigments. They are fun and they are vibrant. But like I said, the more water that you add, the less vibrant they become. And they're more of a muted color. So we're going to get that one all done. Then I'm going to come in one more time with the purple. And we're going to do a bigger blotch because I want to fill in that spot where her picture is going to go. I am going to back the picture in like 4 or 5 frames. I piece them together. But see, I'm adding a little bit more here because purple is like, for some reason, I was thinking her dress was purple. You guys seen it. It's pink. It's not purple. But I have a lot of the pinks that are coming onto it, so it works. And we're going to get this moving down. And I have a lot of aqua pigment on this. That's why it's moving so well. And I don't mix it together. I'm letting, when I move the paper, I'm letting that mix the colors together because I don't really want, I want you to be able to see the difference between some of the purple and that white. So I'm not really mixing it. I'm just kind of moving. I know it looks like I'm mixing it, but I'm not. I'm really just moving the color into new areas. And this one's going to yeah, I don't catch it in time and it runs off the page. So I do just take my rag and sop that little piece up, but that's it. That is pretty much the entire backing of my paper here. So I'm going to take that and I'm just sopping it up just a smidge so it's not wet. And I'm just going to keep moving my paper. Now it is all completely dry. Here I'm going to come in with the photo and all of the frames. And I'm just going to basically load the back up with a whole bunch of adhesive so that when I start putting the frames on there, they stick. So while I'm doing that, I do want to remind you that today is the Mixed Media Frenzy, and I have my wonderful mixed media friends that are all going to have their interpretation of that sketch lift, the scrap lift. I don't know why I always call it a sketch. It's a scrap lift. I will list links to their channels down below. So when you get done watching my video, please go over and check out their videos and give them some likes and love and subscribe to their channels if you haven't already. And I just layer these all up in some wonky different angles, and I add more adhesive as I add layers on. And I cut them and I make them work, and I do go ahead and add this one to the same side, so it just looks like there's a whole bunch more on one side. Now if you noticed from the scrap lift, there was on the right side of the page, they had a whole bunch of like little tickets and labels. So I went through, and if you see right there on the left of my page, I pulled out all of the labels or words or just rectangle, square shaped items so that I could run those down the page as well. And then I'm going to come in, and I do use my liquid adhesive, my art glitter glue, because there is this paper I did gesso the paper before I did all this so that the aqua pigments wouldn't sink right in. I was able to move them. Now down here on this green, I do want to cover up the bottom because I didn't let it run off the page, and I just didn't like how it was just barely sitting there. So I take this label, I put that down there, and then I'm going to take the other part and just stick it underneath the photo because it's cut in half, and I get that stuck there, and I use liquid glue on everything. And I'm going to take this little yellow, I guess that's a marquee sign, and it says follow your heart. I'm going to get that stuck down there as well. And then I'm going to start putting all of these little items on there. That one says dream, this one says laughter, and I'm just going to layer them on top of each other. This little piece here, which is half of I don't even know what that is. It was just something that I'd cut in half. So I'm going to stick that up on the other side of the picture. That right there says inspire. It's black and white. It's a Vicky Bouton. I believe you can color those. That little tag right there says wonder. And then that one says voila. I have this one that says laugh, and I'm going to move it up a little bit because I didn't want laughter and laugh right next to each other. That cute little floral bit says let's just stay here forever. Then we have marvelous. That says this life. This says love it. And I don't want it like really lined up right next to each other, so I do make them offset. This right here says just be you. Be adventurous. Sweet, and I'm going to nestle that in between, up on that top between the A center of the L and the H. That's just a gray and white tag. That says so good. Then I'm going to cut out the oh so much fun, which is sitting right there. Oh, I do use this label too. I just stick that at the top. And then I have these cute little banner strips that are clear with some gold, and I just add them around the page for some pops of color. And that one was blue. I put one down here with the follow your hearts. I put one at the top of the page. These are just 3 little bows that I had left over, and I killed that little partial sheet off, so I'm super excited about that. I am going to go ahead and move the one banner that I put underneath the label because I want to use this oh so much fun where that's at. I'm going to stick that there, and I'm just going to pull it down, and this video is quickly coming to an end. So if you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button below if you haven't. Any questions, comments, or concerns, leave down below as well. Don't forget to go check out all my other friends. Give them some love. And I will be back tomorrow for another video. And here's just a couple close-ups for you guys. So enjoy. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you tomorrow.